Yo, how's it going everybody? It's me, Arctic. Today's video we're going to be looking at Arataki Itto's skills, passives, and abilities. Now these aren't confirmed yet, but they do seem pretty accurate in terms of actual potential usability. And once again, these are leaked by Uncle Dolphin, and now Uncle Dolphin does have a little bit of yikes credibility in terms of what he actually is credible for, but I think what he does is he sprinkles in a bunch of like misinformation in with the actual real leaks that he actually puts out there. So like some of his leaks have been known to be debunked in the past, but this one seems like it could be legit, so I feel like I'm going to cover it today. Okay, so Itto's kit leaked by Uncle Dolphin. The utility passive, so this is basically his default passive. He basically is a descendant of the Oni clan. Displays the location of nearby resources unique to Inazuma on the minimap. Now that's actually pretty handy, considering that some of the Inazuma resources are a little bit difficult to find. Passive, knowledge of chaotic battle. Every 2 seconds that Itto is on the field, Itto will gain 3% defense and 1.5% attack. This effect has a maximum of 10 stacks and will be reset if the character leaves the field. The effect is called Unstoppable Force. So basically this passive gives him like 30% defense and up to 15% attack, so it seems relatively balanced, and it's one of these like abilities that will factor into the rest of his kit. His 4th ascension passive, demonic nature of Oni. Itto deals bonus damage based on his maximum defense. So the normal attack, charge attack, and plunging attack damage is going to be increased by 15% of max defense. And also Rashomon attack damage is increased by 10% of max defense. And Rashomon is basically like his Razor equivalent of his ults. His ult is kind of similar to Razor actually, where it has like a coordinated attack kind of with his ult active. But now the reason why this ability right here is somewhat balanced is because you do have a good amount of like defense on Itto probably. He probably has like a defense scaling, I would assume. He's going to convert his defense percent into attack. And now Noelle does something kind of similar to this. So basically think of Itto like building a Noelle, except I think you probably could go more into attack with Itto, considering that he's probably going to have a pretty high base attack and be like pretty good in general, just going an all-around build with defense scaling, something like that. There also seems to be another passive. This might be a third passive potentially, but it says battle continuation. If Itto has a minimum of 5 stacks of unstoppable force, Itto will gain 5% of his HP back every 2 seconds. This effect will increase by 1% every 1 stack gain. So basically for each of your unstoppable force stacks, you're going to start getting some health regen. And now this is a pretty low-key passive, kind of similar to how Kokomi has like an extra passive, but it's really just kind of adds another layer to her kit. This one just adds a little bit more viability to actually staying on the field, and you potentially don't have to use an actual healer with this character then. Okay, and now for the basic attacks and elemental skills. Basic attack, Oni Kenjutsu. And basically this is a 5-hit consecutive strike hit. Now Itto is a Claymore, and he does have this 5-hit, which is similar to Beidou and Eula. Those are the only 2 other Claymores that don't use the 4-hit combo. Skill, basically Itto gathers the surrounding earth around him in his fist and punctures the ground with his fist to make a shockwave, dealing AoE geo damage and unleashing a defensive Susanoo Grace for Itto. So basically that gives him a shield, and it's based off of his max defense, which is a good thing to have considering that you're going to be running a large amount of defense on him anyway. And it absorbs 150% damage absorption for both elemental and physical damage. While Itto is shielded by this shield, he's basically going to convert his normal attack damage into geo damage. And I think that basically includes like his plunge and also his like charge attack. Yeah, and it can't be overridden by other elemental infusions. Now, because his infusion is locked behind his actual elemental skill, what you could potentially do is not actually activate his skill and run like Pyro Itto or something like that. Like, he's got some potential with that, considering that it's locked behind this. So okay, now for his elemental burst. So Itto unlocks his Oni power within and summons a ghost named Rashomon, which deals geo damage to all nearby opponents with a shockwave. Now, that's actually pretty in line with what we actually had initially with his initial data mine leaks, where it had like a ghost attack. So this seems like he's going to have some sort of ghost that attacks with him. And Itto automatically gains max stacks of unstoppable force, which is actually pretty cool, because you basically can pop him on the field, cast his ults, and then basically just go to town dealing damage over his ult duration, and then swapping off to other characters like Tartaglia, Raiden Shogun potentially would be a good pair for Itto. Rashomon will fight alongside Itto for the skill's duration. What it does is it basically increases Itto's Geo damage by 15%, enemies nearby Itto to have their Geo resistance decreased by 10%, and this effect will increase by 1% for each hit Itto deals. So if you deal a total of 10 hits, you're going to have 20% Geo damage reduction on enemies. If you guys enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like down below, and also remember to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. It really helps me out a lot. If you guys enjoyed this content and would like to see some more content, I have made plenty of other videos, and we cover new content as it comes out. And I will also be doing build guides for Itto as soon as we actually get some more substantial like skill information, something like that as well. But anyway, it's been me, Arctic. I will see you guys next time. Farewell.